Tree goes. The tree looks like this. I want to make a character that didn't have to rely on power charges for crit chance, and that's why we went with this. It also is very nice because we could get shield nodes, and we're also able to get flask nodes, and we're also able to get barbarianism as well. We come all the way over here for the shield and barbarianism plus 310% crit strike chance. With these two nodes, that's 120% crit strike chance, and if you include this too, that's another 15% crit damage, which is nice. We also get another 10% crit damage over here with 50% crit chance, which is nice, and then we get another 140% crit strike chance. So with those all together, that's 310% crit strike chance, which is huge. So yeah, and then we get the life barbarianism. Like I said, barbarianism is really nice for that extra fire resist. There's a couple of monsters in the game where that extra fire resist is going to come in really handy. We also grab a lot of increased armor from shield nodes / increased defense from shield nodes. This gives us 4% block chance, 110% armor from our shield. If we scooch on down here, we also get this too, which gives us 90% extra defense from our shield and 4% block chance as well, which is very nice. This node here, this ring, gives us 60% increased life recovery from our flasks, so almost like it's 60%. So it makes this just heal way more. And then when you add herbalism with that too, which also gives us another 20%, basically this flask is almost giving us 3,000 health. Kind of a big deal. So that's why even this flask isn't that bad at that point either, because it's almost giving us 1,700 health, which is normally what this flask would be giving us. So it's still effective because of the flask nodes, which I like. I like it a lot for that fact. So there is that. Then I also get thick skin, which is pretty nice. Heart of Oak is very important. It gives you regen, avoids the chance of being stunned, which is awesome, and then 8% maximum life. Eventually we might be getting Val Pack when our damage gets pretty crazy, and when we can basically, when we actually need it more. Right now it's not as needed, and I'd rather put points elsewhere. We pretty much have all our health nodes on the tree except for one at this point. We still need to grab this. I also am grabbing Assassination this next level. If I need accuracy, I'm probably going to grab these nodes. They give us a decent amount of crit chance. This ring right here is the claw ring that you mainly are making a spec for. At the end of this side, you get Soul Raker, which gives you 18% Fizz with claws, 6% life leech, 2% mana leech, basically making it so you can sustain your attacks and sustain your life. Very good side. This side, in my opinion, is just as good. I've seen a couple people who've been making claw builds skip this side entirely, which kind of makes me question like a couple things, but it's whatever. People have their own ideas and have their own preferences. So my preference is, I do like attack speed, and 5% attack speed nodes are probably some of the best nodes on the tree. And at the end, you get a 10% attack speed node with 12% Fizz. By itself, without the last thing, already good. It's an amazing node. Then on top of it, you have a 25% chance to steal power charges, frenzy charges, and endurance charges. Basically, with the power and frenzy charges, you're basically making the monster less effective, making them do less damage. So if they're a rare monster, or if you're in a map where everything just gets a lot of charges, you get to steal all those charges, use them yourself, and then it's almost at the point where when you see charges on maps or charges on a monster, it's almost a benefit because you're actually increasing your damage, decreasing their survivability, or just decreasing their damage too, and increasing your own survivability with endurance charges if you run into that. So that's why I really like that ring. I think it's very amazing. Once we get Assassination, we're probably going to come across up here, grabbing this one right here, 60% crit chance, and a decent to Fizz damage with claws, and some accuracy. I think that wheel right here is very good. That being said, I like to get a lot of other things before I get it. But, you know, in the end, it ends up giving us like 1,000 DPS just for this node. This node also gives us a crazy boost in damage. You know, a lot of the nodes that are big, like the big nodes, gives us tons of damage. So, yeah. You know, in the end, we also had like 15k DPS on our other first character, and with Conk Effect we had 23k. And the only time I really use Conk Effect is against bosses, so like Piety or things we can get in melee range and just burn them down real quick. I don't really switch all the time, but you know, when I feel like it's needed and it'll make the fight go a lot faster, I'll switch to Concentrated Effect, and it'll increase the speed of our map, basically killing the thing we're trying to target. I also plan on trying to get these shield nodes too, eventually at the end. Same with these shield nodes too. So it's just giving us a way bigger block chance, more defense from shields, just making us a lot more tankier, or tanky, sorry. Yeah, otherwise this character is progressing very, very nice. I also plan on finishing off this crit wheel, grabbing this node, respecking out of that node, putting it somewhere else. We just put it here first so we could get quickness right away and, you know, get this stuff right away. I didn't want to come through this crit strike chance just to get this other stuff, because this health was more important than finishing off our crit strike chance. Other than that, after level 90, like this is pretty much, you know, what I talked about prior over here, and finishing off shield nodes and whatnot. That's our, you know, basically level 90 is what we're looking at that point. After level 90, I'd probably look at grabbing these health nodes. I'd also look at grabbing this power charge. I'd also look at grabbing maybe this node, Trickery. Oh yeah, this is actually before 90 as well, Heartseeker. Well, depending if we need accuracy. So basically, if we get Heartseeker, we'll get the accuracy. If we got the accuracy, we'll get Heartseeker prior to 90. You could also come down here and grab these three, which is actually nice crit chance and physical damage. But for the same amount of points, you know, this is only 4 points, right? When I respec out of all this, though, it's going to be the same amount of points, basically. Well, a little more points, but this ring is just better than that ring down there. So that's why I went for that ring. Otherwise, yeah, the character is very strong. It does not need Iron Reflexes because it is a hybrid-based character. Once we have all our shield nodes and have a better shield and actually have the chest piece we want, it's going to be a very tanky character. Until then, you know, it's just what we have to work with. So yeah, I know this is a longer video, but I kind of want to like go through everything on the character. You know, in case people have questions or whatnot, they can, you know, figure out what they want to know about the character. And I might actually, since it's a longer video, make checkpoints, basically showing the different parts of the character. So yeah, and you know, I'll actually go to my other version too. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And the other version is in Standard 2, which actually I deleted him. So yeah, never mind. I deleted the other one already. So yeah, I mean I could show you the gear though, just to give you an idea of what the character had. You know, that was better than this character. So if we look in here, the character that I did have, this was her claw. It was only 192 DPS, but almost a 9% crit strike chance claw. This claw actually gives almost as much damage as my 270 DPS claw, just because of the crit strike chance. There's this shield too, 1400 armor shield with a little bit of life on it. Definitely better than the ranger, my other character's shield. Boots or whatever. The helmet, you know, it's pretty much almost as good as the helmet I have on now. Actually has more life and more resist. You know, less mitigation as far as defense stat goes, but that's okay. Our gloves are pretty good too, you know, thing in mind. You know, accuracy rating, but instead of flat fizz, we have leech, which is still good. Had some chaos resist on it, which is not amazing. Worked out pretty well. Another amulet with double int, kind of noticing a trend here. And then very, very nice ring. This ring was very amazing. I actually, yeah, this ring I ID'd myself, and it's nice. I also made this ring myself too. I identified it and then transmuted it, or not transmuted it, augmented it for the fire resist, regaled the cold resist, then threw some health on it. So it's pretty effective. You know, the potions were pretty good. And then, you know, the Mega Nords. So yeah, I mean, the character ended up being, oh yeah, and the 5-link carcass. So this character ended up being pretty good too. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to try to stop this video here since it kind of got a little longer. I might actually split it up into two videos as well. So, but yeah, anyways, thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye now.